All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Arachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect, and to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children, I believe on the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he's come to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. My name is Maka Allah Ben Gab Ben Yasharala, the Church of Philadelphia, Cameron, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once again, come back at you with another one. As the title says, China is a World War III update. China joins in with, forgive me, China joins in with the U.S.-Iran war. I believe Beijing sent in some weapons that help them, Iran. All right, so that's a major move right there. But I got a few scriptures lined up. I just want to play this video real fast for you. Then I'll hop right into the scriptures. Things are getting heated right now, man. Soon they're going to be calling for, and this is one day ago. So it says, here it goes. It says, China joins U.S.-Iran war. Beijing arms Iran with lethal missiles, drones, and 16 big planes against, what it says. It says against the U.S. So hold on. Let me rewind this real fast. Hold on. I want to play this video for you. All right. Bear with me. This phone always acting stupid sometimes. Just bear with me. All right, here we go.
16 military cargo aircraft.
Salaki, hold on.
Less than 3 days. 16 mil.
Here we go.
Military cargo aircraft. Less than 3 days. All headed into Iran. Unconfirmed reports now suggest China has carried out the largest rapid military airlift to Iran in history, as U.S.-Iran tensions edge closer to open conflict. With American warships moving in and Washington openly discussing regime change, a new and dangerous question is emerging. Is Beijing quietly arming Tehran for a possible war with the United States? According to multiple unverified intelligence and flight tracking reports, around 16 Chinese military cargo planes have landed in Iran over the past 56 hours. If confirmed, this would mark China's fastest and largest military support operation ever sent to Tehran, eclipsing years of incremental aid. Neither Beijing nor Tehran has officially commented, fueling speculation about what exactly is being delivered and why now. The reports come as Iran abruptly shut down its airspace without explanation. Yet flight trackers still detected aircraft linked to China and Iran's sanctioned Mahan Air operating during the closure. That anomaly immediately raised alarms among analysts, especially given Iran's history of misidentifying aircraft and escalating during crises. Mahan Air is no ordinary airline. The U.S. sanctioned it in 2011 for supporting the IRGC Quds Force, and again in 2019 for transporting missile and nuclear-related materials. Any surge in Mahan Air activity during a regional crisis is treated as a potential red flag by Western intelligence agencies. At the same time, the United States is visibly reinforcing the region. The aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, escorted by destroyers, is moving toward the Middle East. Meanwhile, at least 12 U.S. F-15 fighter jets, backed by refueling tankers, have arrived in Jordan, sharply boosting U.S. strike capability. President Donald Trump has escalated rhetoric even further, openly calling for new leadership in Iran and targeting Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's decades-long rule. The comments follow weeks of deadly protests inside Iran and warnings from Washington that all options remain on the table. Analysts say China has strong incentives to quietly support Iran, countering U.S. influence, protecting energy routes, and testing Washington's red lines. Unlike Russia, Beijing operates in the shadows, using logistics, dual-use equipment, and plausible deniability to shift power without open confrontation. With Iran's skies briefly sealed, sanctioned airlines active, U.S. forces converging, and China's shadow growing larger, the Middle East is entering one of its most dangerous moments in years. Whether these flights signal routine logistics or covert war preparation, one reality is clear. The path to confrontation is no longer theoretical, it's airborne.
So you see that?
Subscribe to One India.
They said the path to it's not theoretical, you know. It's going to happen, man. All right, so you see how the Lord is moving this army, this northern army, further away from here. All right, because you got, let's say you got the these agents here, the ICE agents, and you're going to have NATO troops and all that come through here soon. You know, because the narrative is they want all hell to break loose to keep the focus from what's going on over here. But let's get the first scripture I have here. It's in the book of the prophet Joel, chapter 2. All right. Joel chapter 2. I'm going to go to verse 20. All right. This is what we're witnessing. All right. So this is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. It says, Joel 2 and 20 says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part, towards the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. All right, so that's over there in the Middle East. My map at, man. When you look at that, I think the hinder parts, I don't want to butcher this, man. I believe that's the Mediterranean. Then it's the Great Holder says what it says. Hold on, Salakia, the East Sea, the utmost sea. All right, hold on. Tigris, Euphrates, Caspian, Mediterranean. It's the Mediterranean, and I want to say the Dead Sea, but I know the one sea is the Red Sea. I mean the Mediterranean. Forgive me. That's the Great Sea will be the Mediterranean Sea. But the Lord is driving these armies out, right? Well, the Northern Army, and He's sending them over there to what's that? Iran. You know, where you're going to have the Battle of Jehoshaphat take place and all that, man. But everything is being drawn perfectly, you know. So this is Joel 2:22, Salakia. In 21, it says, fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for Yahweh will do great things. It says, be not afraid, ye beasts of the field, for the pasture of the wilderness do spring. For the teeth beareth her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength. All right, so the Lord, I said He's going to bring them people over there. They're going to perish, man. All right, so let's stay in this book right here, Joel. You're seeing all the moves being made, man. So this is Joel chapter 3, and let's go to 2 first. Now what we're seeing, now you see China joined in, you got Russia, Ukraine, they're going at it. You got China's going at Taiwan, you know. So this is the stage is set for World War III, basically. All right. So this is Joel chapter 3 and 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right, so The Lord is bringing all these nations together to destroy them, right? And when he does that, that's going to fertilize, well, that place, that's that the first order of business. All right, when we come back into power and all these nations are destroyed and all those bodies over there, you slaves, you other nations, you Edomites mainly, you top dog elites that's pulling the strings right here, you're going to be the ones burying these bodies, man. You're the ones that make it. All right. The elite that make it, your job is that's going to be your first order to bury these dead bodies, man. You hit the button, man. But the Lord made you do it. So check this out. I'm gonna read this again, Joel 3:2. It says, I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them. And when it says plead, let's get that word. All right, because it's not talking about, oh, please let my people. No, the Lord ain't doing none of that. He's coming to bring the pain. All right. Here we go. The word plead. It's Shaphat.
Strong's H8199. Shaphat.
Is Shaphat, basically. All right, which is to judge, govern, vindicate, punish. And that's what the Lord is doing with these nations. That's why he's saying all of them being moved further over there. All right, further away from their borders. The Lord is bringing all these nations in one place where they can get busy, and he's going to get busy on them. All right. It says, it says to act as a lawgiver or judge. There you go. To act as a lawgiver or judge, governor of God, man. To rule, govern, judge, to decide controversy of God and man. All right. So that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to punish them. All right. That's the pleading he's going to do. Punishment. All right. It says, hold on. It says to plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And all these nations that's mentioned in this video, right? The Israelites are scattered around throughout the four corners, man. All right. They're called, hey, man, they put to shame in those lands. That's why the Lord is bringing them all together, because it's like, again, it's going to be the second Exodus. All right. Check this out. This is jump down to verse 12 in Joel 3:12. All right. So in the third chapter, jumping down to verse 12. It says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Check this out. Yo, Lord cold. We're going to read the 14. It says, put ye in a sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes, in the valley of decisions, for the day of Yahweh is near, and in the valley of decisions. Ding. So that's what hey, man. That's what we seeing right now, man. All these chess pieces that are being moved, and that's what the Lord is doing. That's why I put that picture up there with the he's watching over this. He's the one pulling the strings, man. We're proving it through the scriptures. He's removing these armies, putting them in the valley of decisions, man. And that decision is to judge the nations. So let's go here to Zephaniah, because all the prophets spoke the same thing, man. And I was just looking in a book earlier with going to the prophets. It shows you the time periods they prophesied, and I wrote them all in my Bible before I even got this book. But it shows you the time periods that they prophesied, which kingdom and who they was prophesying to, which is just a good tool to have, and it shows you, the region, the area, which is a great tool. So this is Zephaniah 3. I'm going to start at verse 8. The book of the prophet Zephaniah 3 and 8. All right, it says, hold on, let's start. Okay, it says, okay, with you. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. And that's what you're seeing. The Lord is doing that right now. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. Now that's what you're seeing. All the kings of the earth, they're the ones that's sitting in those seats. So, go move this out, move that. But they're being controlled too. But they are actually sitting king seats, like your Putins, your Trumps, your what's the guy over there? Netanyahu, your Kim Jong Un's. These dudes sitting in king's seats. They're the kings of their nation at this time. So the Lord said this, right? It says, "For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." And hey, that's going into what? World War III, man. All right. When them nukes get shot off and all that, when that happens, man, how they say, kiss the baby, man. If you're not of the elect, man, because all the men that join the military, like I said, you're gonna have a draft, man, crazy draft, like a lot. And when you get drafted into this up and coming draft, you're not coming home. You're not even coming home in a body bag. You might just stay over there, man, because it's about to get real ugly real fast, man. Which we're seeing everything. All the moves are being made, man. All right, this is another step closer. This is Zephaniah 3 and 9. It says, "For then will I no, Salakia. That's it right there. Gather the nations." All right, this is the last scripture I want to bring out. And this is Ezekiel, the prophet. Ezekiel chapter 29. Let's read this up. Ezekiel 29 and 2. It says, "Speak and say, Thus saith Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt." Who's the king of Egypt right now? Nero. "The great dragon that lieth in the midst of his rivers, which had said, My river is mine own, and I have made it for myself. But I will put hooks in thy jaws, and will cause the fish of thy rivers to stick unto thy scales, and I will bring thee up out of the midst of thy rivers, and all the fish of thy rivers shall stick unto thy scales." So that might be the wrong one, but the point is, man, the Lord is gathering all these nations, man, to this valley of decisions, which we're witnessing right now, man. All right, so this is a long time coming. The Lord's making promise on his word, man. All right, so Lord's willing, this was edifying. You got something out of it. Hey, man, like I said, all you got to do is pray, man. It has to be delivered, man, because, the days are evil, man. But every day, every second of the day, every hour, something new's coming out, man. The prophecies is popping off the page right now, man. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaRachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of great millstones, tell us this truth. Honors and salutations to the elect. And to the next lesson, I'm going to say Mawafa Baba Ball, Kwame Yasharala. Shalom. Stay up. This thing is getting seriouser. It's seriouser each minute. Shalom.